So there's some pretty interesting news this morning. I don't know about you, but I woke up and I get these notifications when there's breaking news.
Oh, you
in
do?
sports. I do.
On what? Where do you get those?
Just an app. I don't need to tell you where I get them.
So you have an app that has
I have an app, so like when I wake up in the morning and I miss something when I'm sleeping, it tells me in the morning what I missed. It's good, right? I should have that.
All right, sure, you bet.
So this one kind of surprised me, and it seemed sketchy from the beginning, but it said that Blake Griffin has fractured his hand and will likely miss a couple weeks after an undisclosed team incident. That sounds sketchy, right?
Yeah, so he broke his hand.
Right, from a team incident. But now there's more information that comes out. I mean, we all knew where this was going.
Okay.
So apparently when the team was in Toronto, Blake Griffin and a member of the team's equipment staff got into an altercation that wound up moving outside of the restaurant. This is according to Michael Eaves, by the way. But Blake Griffin reportedly punched this guy multiple times and fractured his hand. Will be out a couple weeks at least, and both people were sent home. And Doc Rivers is apparently going to issue a statement tonight before the team's game in Indiana.
Blake Griffin needs to grow up. First of all,
this is weird to me, though, because isn't the thought that Blake Griffin isn't aggressive enough and he gets picked on in games?
Well, it's easy to pick on a little guy. I mean, again, you're not a tough guy if you're 6'9", 260 punching out an equipment man. That's like me punching an 8th grader. I mean, what does that mean?
Well, to me, I don't want to speculate too much, but to me, that seems like it's got to be more of a personal issue than like a
First of all, does anybody on this team like anybody?
I don't think
seriously.
so. Well, they just got rid of Josh Smith. That was the thought, too. Like
Jamal Crawford doesn't love Doc Rivers. I mean, we know Chris Paul and DeAndre. This team is a mess personally. Like, nobody like and then they bring in Lance Stevenson. I mean, if you're Golden State, you got to be laughing at this stuff. The Clippers don't get along. Houston players don't get along. San Antonio's getting really old and brittle.
It's a really bad look, too, that he was punching an equipment staff guy when before, remember, Josh Smith got in a fight with an assistant coach.
Oh,
that
God.
tells me that the coaching staff
They're
doesn't really have a good grip on everything. This is the first time, though, you're admitting to me that the Clippers are dysfunctional in the locker room.
Well, when they brought in Lance Stevenson, I mean, Lance Stevenson, who wants Lance Stevenson on their roster?
I did. I thought it would be entertaining.
Oh, he's a
not
mess.
So good.